It is.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I'm giving you a hard time.
Because even though Snake does have that explosion range with those projectiles, with those mortars, those rockets, those grenades and such, Byleth can take stocks with that up B notoriously well.
And I really appreciate you bringing that up, right? Because Byleth, especially off stage, right, it can obviously spike you really early, but also has great tools to break off Cypher as well. When you put Snake in disadvantages, Byleth, you can get a lot of mileage, and Byleth as well can get a huge amount, whether it's a drag down nair, or an up air, or even a back air off nade. You can set up some scenarios as Byleth where if you know how to use grenades in a combo, so that kill power that she already has up the wazoo gets even stronger. Realistically, Supernova, it is probably either even or just very slightly winning for Snake, but it is certainly a matchup that kind of has a much higher base level of knowledge required for that matchup to be even on Byleth's side than it does on Snake's, right? Snake can kind of just play in shield, play you at long range, play you and still scrap with you up close because he outframed it, right? Other than neutral air, Byleth doesn't have great tools up close against Snake. And at range, right, you just get walled out. So the question just remains, well, where do you go from there?
Arrows are certainly an option if you're at a good risk distance and you have enough time to front them out because they do take the time to charge, but they do hit.
They do indeed, my friend. We are still waiting for folks at home on what's going on with the stream. So in the meantime, we're, I think, gonna stay in this. Well, apparently, despite stream being down here, it is actually live. So we are getting right into it as this conversation.
Yo, how are we behind? And we
and
too
Ram
locking
on the 3-star.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get at least one game. Folks got to listen to me nerd out about the Snake Byleth matchup with no ability to see what's going on in the gameplay. But yeah, they got their matchup deep dive, and I'm curious to know how accurate it was. That being said, we saw in the replay there, Ram using another really cool thing in this matchup, and actually good against any projectile character, that you can Z-drop nade, or shield drop nade, and as long as nade isn't in your hand, since Snake drops items behind him, including grenade, you can Z-drop it to block any projectile because of the hurt box on grenade as well.
Well, now we can get underway for our first game of the session for us, and game 2 for them, obviously, but we did see that Nikita missile take the stock end the game for Ram. Smash goes the counter pick here for 1R, and we're already seeing the range game come into effect.
Yep, and this stage, right, traditionally one of the best for Snake. However, in this matchup, it's a lot worse. This stage, right, the small on-stage space is really good for Byleth. It allows her to fight in this range if she wants to and doesn't allow Snake the opportunity to reset. But on the flip side, you also have this huge tall center platform, right? Byleth so good at setting up these DI reads, these juggles, off up special, up there, but it's not going to matter when the whole platform gets covered by a single slingshot up air and Snake just able to kill you off that.
And now we see the situation I think we got the last game, is 1R being behind in the situation. You could go pretty low here because you have a good air dodge to get back onto the same Cypher. Also a pretty good interrupt tool. 4-throw. Are we going to see something of an edge guard from 1R?
And beautiful recovery route there. The back toss lob. You can set yourself up there if you think they're going to contest to Z-catch that nade and still take a high recovery route. But on the flip side, if they don't contest, you see what we saw there and the free contest to get back to stage. Now just the ledge trap, trying to set you up with a down smash, but instead just going to take the damage off nade, keep the scramble going. And you can kind of see here, right, that 1R just isn't sure or how to fight your way in against Snake here, getting caught out by some of these grenade traps, and it was just the raw arrow calling out another waveland attempt that finally takes the stock.
Yeah, 1R in a good spot to go for a side B after the up B. Back air. Okay, you gotta go high here. You gotta go high because you don't want to get hit by that up B.
Really locking down the damage, but as soon as you found an opening, you lost track of the C4, and I know there's a lot to keep track of. I know Smashers have ADD, but Snake really takes advantage of that and makes you pay. Hey, my friend, and because that B reverse, those nades, the frame data, the amount of things you got to keep track of, it only gets more and more as this set goes on, especially when they can crouch underneath your projectiles as well. When you don't actually have a zoning tool, but you just need to find the read. That down-angled F smash going to close it out, and just like that, 1R's back in the set.
That's just a 2-frame at least there, so this set will have a game 2 last stock situation. We're going to go for that, and I think apart from all the mishandles that 1R has been having in practice entire set, he's been able to at least have good sense of, you know, about what Ram's trying to do with his conditioning, with his grenades and C4s and such. It's like, look at the way. Okay, so you got back row coming in here, and you got a high cypher, and
I love that down air. That stalls your momentum, right? So it allows him to hang in the air there, as well as still have fast fall as an open mix-up. Just keep your opponent guessing, force yourself in a commitment where since you're at a low enough percent, Byleth doesn't have up special to cover. The air dodge, though, gonna get caught out into the tipper. That's almost gonna be enough. All it takes is one air dodge read here to close out the stock, but in missing it, 1R gives that extra chance. Now the neutraler, that's gonna be 30% because you missed a hit on shield. That's so much damage. And now the checkmate as well because of that nade on shield, right? The extra hit lag providing the opening, and Ram trying to find a way to lock this one out. He's swinging for the fences, going underneath all the way back. This is a true combo into a down attack, but doesn't go for it. Looking for the reset, not once but twice. The F tilt gonna barely not do it, but this is the end of the road here for 1R unless Ram drops it.
Parries through the mortar, but gets exploded anyway. He's got to go for another sword in the creator. Oh, he gets back onto the stage with the side B. How do you close the stock out of your 1R? Do you find the back air? He's throwing it. Another C4 is just too far away. We get a forward throw here. I don't think it's right now time to go for the sword of the creator because you don't have much benefit from going for it.
I mean, there you just are looking for an opening. Gonna jump into the blast zone, too. Unfortunate way to end the game from Ram. Am just kind of got caught slipping at the end. The small blast zones helping out 1R, but now you have to run it back. And if I'm Ram, I'm not taking it back to Smashville. I'm going somewhere with more space where I don't have to scrap with Byleth, right, the whole way through. Because there's just not enough space for you to set up here.
And no, we are just going to straight up run it back on small.
This is a scenario that says that Ram is really comfortable with the fact that 1R just hasn't been keeping track of these explosions, of the C4 especially, and that he feels comfortable about maintaining his ability to control center stage as the adjustments here come in on the second game in a row here.
Yeah, and I also want to go back to the whole Sword of the Creator thing, because he only got it like twice throughout that game too, and so far, the Sword of the Creator has been like a non-factor this set. It's mostly not the straight hits that 1R's been getting all this advantage from, but we see Ram just putting in the pressure with those explosions. Oh, that upset did not go through in time.
Shout out to Ram there earlier as well, I was going to say, for finding the feet toss, a rare piece of Snake tech you don't see often. And just want to point it out for the Snake aficionados watching at home, the Nikita not going to come out there. So instead of looking for a cancel, Ram just trying to get tricky on the movement to reset the ledge. Going to give up stage control for the trouble, though. The scramble 1R getting a little bit uncomfortable there and just holding a shield to allow Ram a whole nother chance at this ledge trap. Holding ledge too long. My friend, that first hit down smash comes out on frame 6. It's an absurd bug.
I could have sworn he tried to do a drop down, and that's why he got hit, but I could be wrong about that. Either way, the stock's on to the down smash.
I mean, either way, you are forced into an option because your invuln is gone. Either way, the empty hop to find the grab, down smash just reset, tries to do it again, looking for a grab there, but because of when you pulled the nade, you still have that 21 frames of end lag. You weren't able to find a landing cancel, and so instead it's going to be one extra chance for 1R. Still not able to dislodge the stock and forced to the desperation shield break attempts. Things are starting to get a little out of hand here.
Yeah, that down smash was too much started to get through. We're going to see the Sword of the Creator cancel and get back onto the stage. Back air, another miss. Oh, goodness. 1R is just not landing these aerials. You throw those up airs, yes, but you're not throwing those up airs with authority because you're trying to pinpoint landing spots. The news will be not enough to pick this up quite yet. The grenade, though, saves him.
second. What a route, by the way, from Ram there to find just the maximum flexibility back to stage, keep yourself in that Cypher to boot, to give that flexibility, and now they have to deal with Nikita. They are able to find the way back, but unless you full send, and you can't do that through back air, right? There is nowhere left to go. That back air comes out frame 8. It's active for a third of a second. It cancels out of a full hop. It is the perfect move to wall out your opponents, and yet it's on Snake, a character that already doesn't need it. It's crazy, man.
And now 1R is down to tournament stock in this game 3 here. Ram can close it out right here with 181% to book. Another, yeah, we're seeing all these arrow cancels, which I think is trying to bait out jumps or movement from Ram, but so far, I feel like 1R is just too far away to make those neutral cancels work.
Agreed. I mean, this is one of the things on this stage, right, that's so polar, is if Snake gets to set up under that platform, as we've seen Ram really doing in this game number 3, right, it's really hard for Byleth to dislodge because you have that grenade and that C4 that cover platform for take you out, jump away entirely. And frankly, as a tall character like Byleth, take away your ability to just run under the platform as well. So you just get stuck waiting for Snake to have a lapse. And even if he does, he can catch up with the neutral air there as well. It's very hard on these center plat stages to find a way in unless you find that opening hit. And even though I think this is a good stage for Byleth in the matchup, it is still requiring you to get the first stock. And so far, 1R is just not able to close this out.
Oh, no, not the spike. That was close. You gotta go for another high Cypher. You are gonna make it back up the stage, thankfully. Down smash doesn't quite get the shield break.
Finding the nade there, recognizing that it won't blow up your shield is just insane levels of comfort from Ram, right? Forcing you to have it, knowing that you don't, and now the empty jump, looking for potentially a down air 1, but instead of going for it, just pulls the trigger on the up tilt. Again, one of the fastest kill buttons here in Ultimate, and is going to clean it out with the 2-0. Congrats to Ram on making top 16. And just like that, 1R going down. He certainly started to clean it up, but just wasn't able to come close enough. Beautiful B reverses throughout this set by Ram, who also did some tricky stuff with turnaround special at the edge of platform to find the ways off. Just some really tricky movement from him throughout the set. Byleth's love to use up air and sort of the creator, right, to trap these landings on platform. But because of how Ram was landing at the edge of platform, utilizing these B reverses, these slide offs with C4 and nade as well, he just never gave 1R the opportunity.
Well, I mean, you see here in this situation, he was able to find this 1 forward tilt on the landing, but Ram picking Smashville again shows us that he knew he could have won that game too. He cleaned up his mistakes, and that's obviously what he ended up doing. And the funny thing is that up tilt, I forget what it traded with, but I believe it traded with a Nair to end the set. And yeah, credits to 1R for making it close with that game 3, but sadly, game 3.
It did, in fact, traded with a Nair there. Wow. And that up tilt, man, I get so much mileage off that up tilt. That move is silly, man. I love it so much. Right, it just makes you explode. It comes out incredibly fast. It's also a really, even if you're expecting a frame 6 option there, even if you're expecting something fast, right, it comes out at the same speed as down tilt as well. So you have to pick whether they're going to low profile or try and swing with the anti-air. Air Snake just has mix-ups on mix-ups, layers on layers, and Ram really did abuse them to the fullest. And folks, we're mixing you a little bit because we're here once again with Collision 2024 coming up in just over a month. Zane, Spargo, Cody, Leo, Axe, Mars, Tweak, Echo, DeBuzz, Magi, Riddles, SkyJ, Big Boss, and so many more are going. I'll be there. You should be there too. Sign up today at start.gg/collision to enjoy a beautiful weekend in Parsippany, New Jersey.
And be sure to follow us on social media as well. You know, our production team, our commentary team, we've been doing exponential work to make sure we bring you the top-notch quality here in the Smash team. Go ahead and follow us already. If you're watching on the stream here on Twitch, go ahead and give us a follow. Check out the Twitter at Collision Smash. And if you can't find the stream at your time frame, you can always check the VODs later on YouTube, Collision.
And while you're at it, you know, $4.99 or Twitch Prime, you can shoot a free sub their way as well. Because not only do they run college events like this, not only does Collision run a major, but they also have a weekly every single Monday. Doors open at 6, bracket at 7, and they've got a side event every week. They've got arcade machines at the venue. The vibes are immaculate. If you're free on Monday and you're in Tri-State, if you aren't going to Fusion, what you doing?
And if you don't, and if you're not going to Xeno Weeklies, what are you doing? Because they're every Wednesday in Butler's, New York. $15 venue and entry fee combined. Go ahead and check out their weeklies over every Wednesday at 1003K on Twitch. And hopefully you can finally see Devin 3K get his Twitter account back because House of 3K is still banned on Twitter for whatever reason.
Yeah, House of 3000 on Twitter, Twitch, and other platforms. GG/Xeno. You should support them. But folks, that is gonna be it for pools. We've got top 16 ahead of us. You will be in fantastic hands, though they will not be our own. Momo and Stu are gonna bring it home and absolutely kill it. But until then, I've been Ritual, and you can find me below on RitualCasts on Twitter. And I've been here with Supernova. Super, where can they find you?
You can find my Twitter at SupernovaSZ8, and you can also find me on YouTube and Twitch under the Supernova name. If you notice my profile picture of, gotta shout out to PKNG for this wonderful profile pictures that I've been getting. He's a fantastic commentator over in Zoka, and he's also a fantastic artist in his own right.
Shout outs, my friends, for sure. That being said, folks, don't go anywhere. We've got a quick little break. We're going to do the comm swap, and we'll get you right back into the action. Don't go anywhere.